What's up, guys? It's Crit back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Pay What You Want module by Winghorn Press, known as a most potent brew. I'll put links in the description below that you can find it on both Draft3RPGs and DM's Guild. And let's just jump into it. Players beware, there are spoilers ahead. If you know that your DM is planning to run this for you, be a good sport. Click off the video, come back and watch it afterwards and see if your thoughts compare to mine. If you are a DM, continue watching because you might actually get some hints and some tips to run this and to know whether or not it is worth playing, which, spoiler alert, it is. Before we jump into it, I just want to remind you that you can hit that subscribe button free of charge, ring the bell. It's no cost at all. We all know this, but all the big YouTubers say it, so I need to say it too, I guess, so we can increase that subscriber count. Check out some of my other content. You might like the playlist that is recommended in the cards up here. That includes my Items in an Instant series where I talk about different magic items in D&D in a very, very short and concise way. It's very, very bingeable, very digestible. Doesn't take very long to watch. You might find some new magic items that you can use for your players that you might enjoy. Now that I've sold my soul to the YouTube algorithm, let's jump right into the review. The official page for this adventure describes it as a first-level beginner's adventure that you can play without even needing to have a player's handbook. You could just use the free basic rules that are provided on the Wizards of the Coast website, but I do recommend that you pay at least $1 on the site. It helps to support them. This is a great module for free. Even if you don't pay for it initially and you play it for free, if your players enjoy it, maybe go back and throw a couple dollars their way. In this adventure, quote, the party is sent to deal with a problem that should be instantly familiar to all rookie adventurers, exterminating giant rats that have taken up residence in a beer cellar. However, if they are to achieve their goals, our heroes are going to have to get their first taste of a real dungeon as they explore the ruins of an ancient wizard's tower, end quote. So that's a good basic explanation without giving a whole lot away. So if you're a player that's still here and you're trying to cheat and get information, you should turn back now. Come back later once you're done playing. Your DMs will thank you for not ruining the fun. Okay, now that they're gone, let's talk about my experiences running this so that you DMs can be prepared and ready and know what to expect and know whether or not you actually want to run this. And you players that just ignored me a second time can now metagame your way through this and pretend that you're just the smartest person when it comes to these puzzles. This adventure starts with the players making their way to the Wizard's Tower Brewing Company, a craft brewery that sits where a Wizard's Tower used to reside, hence the name. And the players will meet the owner, a hipster-looking gnome with an impressive beard and green suspenders named Glowkindle. After some basic talking, basic information giving, he'll let the players know that he will promise to pay coin. The players should exterminate the rats, figure out where they're coming from, and make sure that they don't have a way to come back. He'll let the players then into the beer cellar where you'll have them fight a large group of giant rats and discover that there's a hole in the far side of the room. After that combat and stepping through the hole into the hallway, they'll find themselves in a mosaic corridor that will introduce the first puzzle. It's fairly easy for new players. It's a nice, easy one before leading to two doors that are at the end of the hall. The puzzle is fairly simple. There's a picture that I'm showing on screen right now, and it's not very hard for new players, honestly. I played with a group that was completely new, except for like maybe 2 players, and they kind of took the back seat and let the others figure it out. And it took them a few minutes, but once they kind of stopped thinking about it as like people and kind of got into having a little more fun with it, they figured it out rather quickly. But it's a good puzzle. I recommend it. Back to those two doors at the end of the hall, though. The room to the north is a well room that has some nasty giant centipedes waiting for the players and extra loot that they could totally avoid this room if they didn't want to. While the main door that opens up into a large lab or workroom with alchemy sets, large bookcases, and they just fill the room. All around the players, they're going to see scorch marks, signs of countless small fires. Air is so heavy with the smell of smoke and burnt meat. This should be hints to them as to maybe what's about to happen, but the wood furniture is blacked and burned in places. Some books have been reduced to ash. There's nothing left. Singed traces of what looks like webbing hang from the ceiling. The players will either spot or get ambushed by a giant inferno spider now in this room. It's a fun encounter that they will then find more about as once they deal with it. They will explore the storeroom on the far side of the lab, and they'll find a rat drinking from a broken bottle with a white label on it. The rat will transform into a giant rat unless they kill it before it can. And once they kill it and they can investigate a little more, they'll find more broken bottles with labels that say things like Shin of enlargement, so like TION, so like the potion part is ripped, and Essence of Fire L, so they can kind of figure out that that's how a little spider became a giant inferno spider. It wasn't like actually here, it's from all these experimental alchemists like stuff that's been chilling in this abandoned wizard's tower that's creating all these giant spiders and giant centipedes and rats and whatnot. Explains how it came to be. The players can then return to Glow Kindle for the reward, as well as leveling up to 2nd level, concluding the adventure. This was a great starter adventure for new players that I ran it for. It was a group of brand new players, like I said. The easy premise opened them up to getting into the role play easy, getting into the combat. It kind of sets them up with a puzzle, some clues that they can find to piece something together. It's an easy quest. It doesn't take that long. You can run this module in a couple hours, especially with actual like veteran players. It's really, really good. It's good for a one-shot, or like just trying it out to see if people like the game before you commit to a big campaign, or just getting it started. Even like they could all be responding to an ad from Glow Kindle to just show up here and start working on this new adventure to bring a party together. So obviously there's combat and role-playing, but there's also puzzles, investigation, things to give them what they can expect in a bigger campaign. I highly recommend this campaign. I'd give it about 8 Inferno Spiders out of 10. The only real reason that it isn't a 10 is it's pretty short, so if your players are clever and you don't scale it up to them, they could very easily steamroll this and be done with it in an hour if they're clever players, or if you're one of the players that are watching this right now and know some of the answers and know what to expect and what you're looking for. So it could just be a perfect dungeon stomp. Even if you had like high level players and you're missing a couple players and you still want to have a session, you could whip this out and do it in a couple hours with your remaining players, and just they're higher level and they just come through and they just stomp the rats and just fly right through it. It would be fun. You could scale it up to them if you wanted to. Like I said, fun, just steamroll times 2. I had a lot of fun running this. I plan to incorporate it into future campaigns also, because like I said, it seems like a good way to kind of bring the party together too, especially at low levels and with new players, because it's so simple and easy, especially for new DMs also. This is a very easy to run. It's literally like 2 pages. It's not a lot of reading. It's not a lot of prep work. I converted it into a Roll20 session very easily just by using the stuff that's provided from DM's Guild. It was super easy. I highly recommend it for new DMs if you're wanting to just get your toes wet. That covers just about everything. Again, there's going to be a link to it in the description to DM's Guild. Go check it out. Give them some love. If you like the video, like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. The algorithms up and down, left and right. There's times that I haven't uploaded in months and months and I'm getting thousands of views. There's times that I upload every couple days and I'm getting nothing. So help it out. Share it with a friend. Share it with another DM. Share this with your players after you've already ran it. See if what they thought about it. I'm trying to get out at least a video a week. I have some free time right now, but for the next couple months, I'm a teacher, so I have some free time over the summer. So we're gonna try and catch up, get some videos out. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, crit happens.